You know that person who almost never wants to go out? The one who says maybe, then cancels 2 hours later. The one who suddenly feels tired, doesn't feel great, feels overwhelmed and says next time for sure. They're not boring. They're not antisocial. They may just experience the world very differently from you. And if you're the kind of person who feels real relief the moment plans get canceled, stay with me. Because what a lot of people call boring, distant, or lazy is often something completely different. Here's what most people get wrong. Not everyone gets energy from the same things. Some people feel more alive with noise, movement, last-minute plans, crowded places, and constant conversation. Other people can enjoy those same things and still end up feeling drained in a way they can't even explain. And that difference matters more than people think, because what feels fun and energizing to one person can feel mentally expensive to another. That's why two people can go to the same dinner, the same party, the same weekend trip, and one comes home feeling full of life, while the other comes home needing silence, darkness, and several days to recover. And no, that doesn't automatically mean something's wrong with you. Sometimes it just means home feels like the only place where your nervous system can finally let its guard down. Because for certain people, going out is never just going out. It's noise. It's reading the room. It's timing your response. It's figuring out how much eye contact is enough. It's pretending you still have energy when you ran out an hour ago. It's being asked what's wrong when nothing's wrong. You're just overstimulated. Overstimulated by sound. Overstimulated by people. Overstimulated by constant input. And that's another thing almost nobody understands. Some people don't get exhausted because the plan was bad. They get exhausted because everything costs mental energy. A loud restaurant. A group chat that never stops. Surface-level conversations with people they don't trust. A plan that changes 3 times. Background music, traffic, someone talking over someone else, a phone vibrating, too many faces, too many expectations. On their own, none of that sounds dramatic. But altogether, it can feel like your brain has 12 tabs open and one of them is playing music, but you can't figure out which one. So when these people stay home, they're not always pulling away from life. Sometimes they're just regulating themselves. And honestly, this is where society gets weird about the whole thing. We glorify going out, having a packed schedule, being seen, being invited, being everywhere. If you're always out, you look exciting. If you enjoy being alone, people start making assumptions about you. But what if some people aren't avoiding life? What if they're just avoiding overstimulation? What if their idea of a good night isn't loud because it doesn't need to be? What if peace feels better to them than performance? That's the part a lot of people don't see. A lot of people don't stay home because they don't have a life. They stay home because that's where their inner world finally gets quiet enough for them to hear themselves think. And when solitude is chosen, not forced, it can bring something that's hard to find out in the world: clarity, regulation, rest, and mental space. In other words, being alone isn't always emptiness. Sometimes it's where the mind finally gets to breathe. That's why some people genuinely love the rituals of staying home. The same blanket, the same tea, the same corner of the couch, the hoodie they never throw away, the comfort show they've already watched 6 times, the silence, without the pressure to be switched on for anybody. To people watching from the outside, it looks repetitive. To them, it feels like recovery. And we need to stop pretending that loving being at home is automatically a problem. A person who enjoys solitude isn't automatically lonely. A person who protects their energy isn't automatically rude. A person who says no to noise isn't automatically broken. Some people genuinely don't need constant stimulation to feel alive. They don't get bored in silence. They aren't afraid of their own thoughts. They don't need every weekend to become proof that they're living. And in a world addicted to distraction, that's actually rare. Maybe that's why people misunderstand it so much. Because a lot of people would rather stay busy than sit alone long enough to get to know themselves. So when they see someone who truly enjoys their own company, They don't always understand it. Sometimes they question it. Are you okay? Why do you never come? You need to get out more. Don't waste your life. But not every quiet life is a wasted life. Some are just less performative, less visible, less loud, and maybe more honest. So if you're someone who feels happier when the plan gets canceled, who'd choose peace over the energy of a crowd, who doesn't hate people but definitely can't handle too much of them, who feels more like yourself at home than almost anywhere else, there may be nothing wrong with you. You may just be built for a different rhythm. If you like this kind of content about psychology, subscribe, because we're going to keep posting more videos like this.